Now, all good talks about management, stroke life, need excellent analogies or metaphors. Here's mine. This is Alan's egg. What does it mean? Well, I'll tell you. Now, interesting. It's a blind man's stick. Yes. It's encouraging to know, isn't it, that out of someone's misfortune, something good can come. In this case, a collapsible attaché case-sized handy pointer. Okay. Now, most of us start off life in the frying pan. With hard work, we gain access to the white. But where we really want to be is the place reserved for the select few, the elite, who take their place within the yolk. How do we get from the egg white to the yolk without bursting it and ending up with egg all over our faces? Well, to do that, we need my 3-point plan, which is think, act, that's it. It's technically a 2-point plan, but I don't know, you do need the third to remind people that there are only 2, because they expect them to come in 3s. So it's a 2-pronged trident. A bident. Or a hoe. I mean hoe as in garden hoe. Not as in, you looking at my hoe. What do they mean? What does that mean when they do it? What is all that sort of, yo, what's up, G? Some homie's been dissing my bitch. You know, what's wrong with good morning and a firm handshake? Okay, now moving on. Now, when you're addressing your family, friends, workforce, personnel, whatever, you may want to continue the casual approach by sitting on a chair. But don't be afraid to use the chair in an unconventional manner. You may want to turn it round and straddle it. It's got arms. Never mind, I can still do this. There we go. So, a football coach giving a pep talk to the team at half-time may very well straddle a chair thus, and roll his sleeves up and say, hey you, pass the ball to him, and then score a goal. I'm paraphrasing. It shows there's something of the maverick about you. You're prepared to thwart convention, prepared to break the rules, certainly as regards seating. Something you just want to put on your wish list. Wait. No, it's fine. It's actually very good for your back. But I think I could carry on like this, but I'll abort the chair.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the part of the show we call the talent spot. Now, this is where a new comic has the opportunity to try out his act in front of a live audience with the hope of getting a fully paid professional booking. Now, this particular comedian has been doing talent spots for the past 4 years. So I warn you now, ladies and gentlemen, he's very, very nervous. He's very nervous. So would you please handle him with kid gloves? He's very nervous. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome onto the stage Mr. Duncan Thickett.
Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Laughing, that's good. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Oh, it's big in here. Laughing, yeah. It's comedy, yes, it is. Laughing. Oh, sorry, a bit nervous. Deep breaths. Oh, Bernard Wright, he's funny. I pissed myself when he was on. I didn't laugh. I just pissed myself. I can't speak. The camera there. Sorry. No, I'm supposed to. Yeah, right, okay. I'm doing it. I'm supposed I'm supposed to start with a catchphrase. Do you know, like Bruce Forsyth's got a catchphrase. He goes, "Nice to see you." And the audience go, "To see you, nice, Bruce." Right? That's his. And mine's quite similar to that. Right? I say something, right, and you respond, right? I'll tell you what it is, right? I say, "Hiya, are you all right, or what?" And you say, "Not so bad, and how's yourself?" It's quite straightforward, you know, it's friendly. Right, so I'll tell you what, I'll go off, come on again. Pretend I've not come on. Right? I'll come on again. I'll do the catchphrase. "Hi, you all right?" Or what? You. "Not so bad. How's yourself?" Right? Do that. And watch me go. Then, right? Yeah, so pretend I've not come on. No, I've not come on. I've not come on. You can't see me. Not come on. I've not come on. I've not come on. And now I'm coming and I'm on. Yeah. "Hi, you all right?" Or what? I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Yes, there's some more of those jokes, folks. It's another small phrase. Right, yes, it's important to come from somewhere, isn't it? Yes, where are you from, lady? Liverpool. That's where we are. It's a nice place. Oh, God. Yeah, right, carry on. I think I should have a nickname, right? Because, like, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? He's got a nickname, isn't he? Because he's known as the Muscles from Brussels. It's good, because it rhymes, muscles. Brussels, right? And I thought, well, I should have a nickname because I come from a place called Thwat. I'm not joking. I'm doing it. I'm lying. I come from a lovely little village called Puckwit, but I can't think of anything like that. Yeah. Do you know what? I tell you what. I've been heckled so much recently in the street, I've got a brilliant heckle put-down line. I've been practising all week. So if anyone wants to try and heckle me, I'll tear them to pieces. Come on, then. Oh, yes! Get off, that old chestnut. Right, you're going to wish you hadn't said that. Yeah. You go down well in a graveyard, mate. Put a cork in it. And don't speak anymore, please.
My name is Ernest Moss. I'm here to give you a brief lecture on safety, then you can get on with the fun. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, another boring safety lecture. Nothing could be further from the truth. You'd be surprised at the fun I've had with a Bunsen burner and some magnesium ribbon. Now, Winston Churchill was a great speech maker. Do you remember that one about the Iron Curtain descending across Europe? Well, I hope it was zinc galvanised or it would rust in days. Now, Winston always used to start with a joke. I haven't got a joke, but it's the next best thing. It's an anecdote. And I hope you enjoy it, so here goes. Now, a friend of mine, Ted Dowd, was doing a spot of rewiring around the house. And it was a real pro job, you know, it was all double-coated carbon flex. And he got it installed, you know, and the plastering was first rate. I saw it myself. I said, "Nice job," said. He got it done, and what he got it done was, instead of installing circuit breakers right across the board, you know, like you and I would, yeah, you can see it coming, can't you? Yeah. What did he do? He went to put in low-ampage fuses. Yes, you're ahead of me. That's right. So, of course, as soon as he threw the light switch, they all blew. No? OK. Let's get on with the lecture. Pay attention. A lecture. Inquisitive minds. We have all of us inquisitive minds. Those are my two nephews, Keith and Stuart. "Oh, look," says Keith, "Malaysia." "Yes," says Stuart. "I wonder if the main support beam in their construction techniques is the RSJ lintel." "I don't know," says Keith. "Perhaps our Uncle Ernest will tell us if he comes round this weekend to give us one of his fun lectures." "Don't worry, lads, I'll be there." Now, before I go on, I've been absolutely inundated with requests saying, Ernest, can you show us a picture of the JCB power hammer? With pleasure. What a beaut. A double treat for power hammer fans tonight, the JCB power hammer in action. Thanks very much to Ted for that demonstration. You can almost hear it, can't you, going... Can't you? No, you can't, because it's a power ramming, not a power drill. That fools everyone. Yeah. It goes ka-chink-cha-chin, ka-chink-cha-chin, yes. Now, young lady on the front row there in the black top, love, what's your name? You, the one that's looking scared? What's your name, love? Louise. Right, Louise, can I ask you a question? Do you think the power hammer's a bit too close to Ted's feet there, isn't it? A little bit too close. It doesn't matter, he's wearing steel toe caps. Well done, sir. Now, that brings me on to the right kind of attire. What you wear is all important. Let's take 6 ordinary people you might find in any town or village. Now, I would only have one of these men on a building site. And quite simply, it's the man who's got the best equipment. Right? Which, in this case, is this man. Why? Because he's got a hard helmet. Now, I wouldn't mind having any of the others. Right? I'd have the lot of them. As long as they wore some sort of protection. Right? The only other one I consider as he stands is this man. Why? Because he's wearing leather chaps. Not to be sniffed at.
Hello, good evening, and aha! 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 Hey, you sick of it yet? Huh? I'm not, it doesn't bother me. Yes, good evening and welcome to Alan Partridge will rock you into forward solutions with whiskers. What happened to the thunder flash? That's supposed to blow up when I point at it like God. And then I was going to say Alan Partridge will rock you into forward solutions. What? Yes, with whiskers. And I just start by thanking my dance troupe, my cheerleaders, Hot and Pot, collectively known as Hot Pot. There used to be 3 of them. They were known as Hot Pot and Red Cabbage. But due to the credit crunch, I had to let Red Cabbage go. There they are. Hello, girls. Getting changed. Oh, saw your bra. They don't mind. Really? Okay, I'll go over here. Bras are interesting, aren't they? They used to be all lift and separate. Now it's all squash them together. Make your minds up, girls. Oh, bras. Jesus. I do not believe that was an accident. Okay, let's begin. Let me start by taking you back in time to late August. I was sitting on the teak veranda of the Admiral's Cocktail Lounge in Bournemouth. You won't know it, it's members only. As I was sitting there, sipping a cool glass of white wine, sandwiched between Monty Don and TV's Alistair Stewart from Police Camera Action. And I remember thinking to myself, Alan, you crazy mofo. It doesn't get much better than this. I remember Monty was refilling my glass with a crisp Australian white. He's always got dirt under his fingernails, Monty Don. I don't mind, he's a gardener. Yeah. You see the same thing on the Pet Shop Boys, and it's a little bit unsavoury. But as I was sitting there, enjoying the good life, my mind drifted back to that time 5 years earlier when I shat my pants in PC World. I just had a major television chat show cancelled, and as with any major trauma, something had to give. That something, in my case, was the small valve at the base of my lower intestine. But I didn't panic. Fortunately, I was wearing my M&S cellular briefs, which acted as a kind of makeshift hammock. I was lonely and I was depressed. I checked into the Ibis Hotel in Canary Wharf, where I paid £14.50 to watch Billy Elliot. And that film inspired me. I thought, if that small gay Geordie can overcome prejudice and bigotry and being a Geordie, then I can overcome my problems. People can change, countries can change. Look at Wales. 5 years ago, nobody gave a damn about Wales. Now they make Doctor Who there. In fact, look inside a Dalek, you may well find a bitter X minor at the controls. Okay, let's kick it up a gear. This is state-of-the-art technology. It's an electronic gauntlet linked to a computer. I'm going manual. Okay. It's a combination of an iPhone and a Wii, and it's called a YI. And interestingly, it was developed in Newcastle by myself, Intel, and Jimmy Nail. I only wear the glove on the one hand, a bit like Michael Jackson, except my glove will not be used for evil. Okay, let's start by having a bit of fun. If people were pies, who would have a positive filling? Let's take a look. That's right, it's Trevor Phillips, chairman of the Commission for Racial Equality. Trevor is a very positive person. I met him 2 years ago at the Pride of Britain Awards, where he was winning an award for being least racist person or something. And afterwards, after the ceremony, he'd had a couple of drinks. And actually, I think I'll do this. Actually, that's a bit weird. Yeah, he'd had a couple of drinks. And Trevor made some pretty derogatory comments about the Welsh. And I said, hey Trevor, give that award back. And he said, Alan, he said, I'm not racist. He said, but you've got to draw the line somewhere. And without missing a beat, he said, and that line is somewhere around Shropshire. Very positive person indeed. Who else would have a positive filling? Let's take a look. That's right, it's my very good friend, Norfolk-based intensive farmer, Bernard Matthews. Bernard is a very positive guy. He gets a lot of flack from the pro-chicken brigade. Unnecessarily so, because he really does have chicken's best interests at heart. I was chatting with him about this the other week at a cockfight in his front room. And I said, Bernard, don't listen to these people. I mean, how much space does a chicken need, really? If you do give them space, they just run around like idiots. So, you know. But he's got a great sense of humour. I was at a party at his house a few weeks ago, and he said to me, he said, Alan, he said, are you a leg or a breast man? I said, do you mean chickens or ladies? And he laughed. He said, but no, seriously, Alan, he said, when we get them in a confined space, he said, they make a hell of a racket. I said, do you mean chickens or ladies? And he laughed again. Yeah. Not quite as loudly as the first time, but he did laugh. Yeah. And then he said, no, but seriously, Alan, he said, when they reach a certain weight, we electrocute them, slit their throats, then gut them. I said, do you mean chickens or ladies? And he asked me to leave. Okay, if a pie had a negative filling, what would that look like? Let's take a look. That's right, it's Chief Superintendent Charles Brownlow from the Bill. Don't know his real name. 2 years ago, when I told Brownlow 2 years ago I was going to write, direct, produce, and act in my own play about the life of Sir Thomas More, Brownlow said, don't do it, Alan. You're not a good enough writer, you're not a good enough actor, you'll just look like a tit. Really, Brownlow? Well, when I put that play on tonight, there's only going to be one tit, and it'll be you. And you'll be a tit eating a pie. And you know what flavour that pie will be? Humble pie. By the way, when I had acting lessons for my debut tonight, I hired the best in the business, crocodile shoe-wearing Geordie hardman, Jimmy Nail. And Jimmy, when he trained me, he said to me, he said, Alan, he said, I divn't fuck a boot. And he didn't. He really didn't.